So I fight the bad guys, and so does Mysterio. We team up, fight the bad guys together, so we keep everybody safe.
Chris, I love you.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
love you and you get wet.
It's not every day that your favorite superhero steps out of the screen and walks into your life. For one young fan, the unimaginable became a reality when none other than Tom Holland, the beloved actor behind Spider-Man, made a surprise visit to their hospital room. This act of kindness didn't just brighten the day of a child battling illness. It created a ripple effect, inspiring people around the world. But what is it about moments like these that resonate so deeply? Why do stories of celebrity kindness touch us so profoundly? Today, we'll explore Tom Holland's incredible gesture, the power of kindness, and how these moments remind us of our shared humanity. The story begins in a small children's hospital, where a young patient named Ethan had been battling a life-threatening illness for months. Ethan was a bright, lively child whose love for Spider-Man was the only thing that kept his spirits up during grueling treatments. His room was adorned with Spider-Man posters, action figures, and even a homemade Spider-Man suit he dreamed of wearing when he got better. To him, Spider-Man wasn't just a superhero, he was a symbol of hope, courage, and resilience. Ethan's parents often spoke about how their son would watch Tom Holland's movies on repeat. The way Holland portrayed Peter Parker, a kind-hearted, down-to-earth teenager navigating extraordinary challenges, felt real to Ethan. It gave him the strength to believe that he too could overcome the odds. But no one could have imagined that the hero Ethan idolized would one day walk through the door. When Tom Holland heard about Ethan's story, he didn't hesitate. Known for his humble and compassionate nature, Tom has always been more than just an actor. He's someone who understands the weight of his platform and the impact he can have on others. Over the years, Holland has quietly supported various causes, from children's charities to mental health organizations, often without fanfare. For him, being a hero on screen is only part of the job. The real work is making a difference in the real world. So, when he learned about Ethan, Tom cleared his schedule and made arrangements to visit the hospital. He didn't announce his plans on social media or invite cameras. This wasn't about publicity. It was about connecting with someone who saw him not as a celebrity, but as a source of strength. The day of the visit, Ethan had no idea what was in store. He was sitting on his hospital bed, clutching his Spider-Man action figure, when there was a knock at the door. Expecting a nurse or doctor, he looked up and froze. Standing there, with a warm smile and his unmistakable British charm, was Tom Holland himself. At first, Ethan was speechless. His parents later described the moment as pure magic. Tom walked in, wearing a Spider-Man hoodie, and greeted Ethan like an old friend. He sat down next to him, asked about his favorite Spider-Man scenes, and even shared behind-the-scenes stories from the set. For Ethan, it was like stepping into a dream. But Tom didn't stop there. He noticed Ethan's homemade Spider-Man suit hanging on a chair and asked if he could see it. When Ethan handed it over, Tom smiled and said, "This is amazing. You should wear this for me." With some help from his parents, Ethan put on the suit, and Tom applauded, calling him the real Spider-Man. Then came the moment that left everyone in the room in tears. Tom reached into his bag and pulled out a gift, a signed Spider-Man mask he had worn during filming. He placed it in Ethan's hands and said, "Every hero needs their mask. This one's yours." Ethan's eyes filled with tears as he hugged the mask, and his parents could barely hold back their emotions. For them, it wasn't just a mask, it was a symbol of hope, a reminder that their son's hero saw the hero in him. Tom spent hours with Ethan that day, sharing stories, signing autographs, and even FaceTiming with some of Ethan's friends who were also Spider-Man fans. He made sure that every child in the ward received a visit, spreading joy and laughter wherever he went. By the time he left, the hospital was buzzing with excitement. Staff members and families alike couldn't stop talking about how down-to-earth and genuine Tom was. But why do stories like this resonate so deeply? Why do acts of kindness, especially from celebrities, leave such a lasting impact? It's because kindness is universal. It transcends language, culture, and status. When someone like Tom Holland steps out of their world to brighten someone else's, It reminds us that no matter how successful or famous a person becomes, their humanity is what truly matters. In a world that often feels divided, acts of kindness bring us together, reminding us of our shared capacity for compassion. Tom's visit to Ethan wasn't just about cheering up one child. It was a powerful example of how small gestures can create big ripples. For Ethan, that day wasn't just a memory. It was a turning point. His parents later shared that his spirits soared after the visit, giving him renewed strength to fight his illness. And for everyone who heard the story, it was a reminder that heroes exist not just on movie screens, but in everyday life. Tom Holland's kindness didn't end with Ethan. Over the years, he has consistently used his platform to give back. From visiting other children's hospitals to supporting the Brothers Trust, a charity founded by his family to help small, often overlooked organizations, Tom has shown that being a hero is about actions, not accolades. One particularly touching story involves a fan named Ellie, who had been struggling with anxiety and depression. When she met Tom at a fan event, she shared how his portrayal of Spider-Man had helped her through some of her darkest moments. Instead of simply thanking her, Tom spent time talking with her, offering words of encouragement and even recording a video message for her to watch whenever she felt low. Ellie later said that his kindness gave her the courage to seek help and start her journey toward healing. What makes Tom's actions so impactful is their authenticity. He doesn't do these things for headlines or social media likes. In fact, many of his acts of kindness go unreported, shared only by the people whose lives he's touched. This genuine approach sets him apart in an industry often criticized for its superficiality. It's a reminder that true kindness doesn't need an audience. It simply needs a willing heart. But Tom isn't the only celebrity using their platform for good. From Keanu Reeves's quiet generosity to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's heartfelt interactions with fans, many public figures are proving that fame can be a force for positive change. These stories inspire us because they show that no matter how busy or successful someone becomes, there's always time to make a difference. And it's not just celebrities who can create these moments. Kindness is something we all have the power to give. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or a simple gesture, we each have the ability to brighten someone's day. Stories like Tom Holland's remind us of this truth and encourage us to look for opportunities to spread compassion in our own lives. Imagine a world where acts of kindness were the norm, not the exception. Where people looked out for one another, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. That's the world Tom Holland envisions through his actions. And that's the world we can help create by following his example. As for Ethan, his story didn't end with that hospital visit. Inspired by Tom's kindness, he decided to pay it forward. When he was well enough to leave the hospital, he and his family started a fundraiser to help other children battling illnesses. They called it Ethan's Heroes, and it quickly gained support from people around the world. Ethan often says that meeting Tom Holland taught him that anyone can be a hero, no matter their age or circumstances. In the end, that's the true power of kindness. It's contagious. One act can inspire another, creating a chain reaction that transforms lives. Tom Holland's visit to Ethan was more than just a moment of joy. It was a spark that lit a fire of compassion, showing us all that the smallest gestures can make the biggest difference.